Another day to get a little practice for our test Friday. A couple things I've noticed last couple days that I wanted to go over. First, still have some problems with ones like this. Some of you are taking the absolute value of the numbers. So absolute value of negative 74 is 74. Absolute value of 33 is 33. And then adding them up. That's not how these are supposed to work. What you want to do is do the math on the inside first. So we're doing this before we worry about the absolute value. What we do when the signs are different? Subtract. So 74 minus 33 is going to be 41. We use sign of the bigger number, so that's negative 41. We do the math on the inside before we do anything with absolute value. That absolute value is still there. Now what we do is take the absolute value of the answer. So what's the absolute value of negative 41? 41. Absolute value, again, is the distance from 0. It's always positive. You see, I got two very different answers depending on which way I did it. To get it right every time, math that's inside first, then take absolute value. And there are a couple cases where doing it the other way might get you the right answer, but this way will work all the time with it. Any questions on that? All right, go ahead and try this temperature one. High temperature Wednesday will be 26. Low temperature will be negative 18. How much warmer is the high temperature than the low temperature? How much warmer? How much colder? What's the difference? All these are meaning the same thing. Who's got an answer? Sophia? 44 is correct. What you're doing with all these, if it's asking you how much warmer, how much colder, what's the difference in the temperatures, how much did the temperature change, it's difference. And in math, difference means you subtract. You want to start with the positive number, and you're subtracting the negative. Basically, you're starting with the higher of the two numbers. Just when you got positive and negative, that's going to be positive. So when we subtract, what do? Same, change, change. First number stays the same. We change from subtraction to addition, and we change the sign on the second number. Okay. All it is then is 26 plus 18, which, as she said, will give us 44. Okay? Any questions on that one? Each of these, and when they give you like the two numbers like that, asking for the difference, how much higher, how much lower, it's a subtraction problem. Okay? If you do negatives, you basically end up adding them after you do same, change, change. I want to show a couple things with this. First off, all we would do is you count how many positives, you count how many negatives. All right, so if I count the positives, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 positives. For the negatives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 negatives. When I combine these, or when I have it just there, we think of it as an addition problem because you're combining the positives and the negatives. So our basic addition problem would be 6 plus negative 9. Okay? What you need to realize with these is there's more than one way to write that. Can anybody give me another way? Negative 9 plus 6 works. Anybody else? No. Negative 9 minus negative 6. Because we would do same change, that makes it negative 9 plus 6, okay? 6 minus 9, right? Could there be more than that? Yeah, there's more than, but the basics on it are, there's more than one way to write it. What you want to look at to start with is to think of it as an addition problem. The order doesn't really matter, but when you think of it as an addition problem, you need however many negatives plus however many positives. For answer choices, you may have to do same change, so just be aware of that. Any questions on that one? Like I said, just wanted to go over a few things that we were kind of messing up.